All right, man. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Kent. Welcome to the Dudes in Kansas show with your host, Kent, and
David.
hey.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Good week?
This week has been a wonderful week. It's been busy, been active. Got to go to an orchestra concert where fifth graders were playing orchestra instruments.
Nice.
You know, all of the string instruments. They did a fair good job. They sound a lot better than they did at the beginning of the year.
Fantastic.
That
improvement.
Yes, improvement. A little musical interlude from my son at school, which mainly involved him not singing, but it was fun to watch anyways. And getting to have Friday night dinner and then do this with you, man.
Exciting
How about
stuff.
yourself?
Good time. Summertime looked like it showed up in Wichita this week. We're about to get into a rainy pattern again.
It got hot.
It did get hot. So, which is okay. I had to run the AC in the truck. So,
You run it in the house yet?
yes, it's been running. I had to. I know.
Condolences.
I'm
yeah.
an air conditioner queen. What can I say? Hey, I found something really cool on TV the other day.
Okay.
I want to share it with you. Do you remember a movie from 1987? It was a fantasy, kind of a buddy movie. Henry and the Hendersons.
Do remember. Is it Henry?
Yeah.
Or is it Harry?
Oh, it's Harry. It's Harry. I had your son on my mind. I apologize.
No, I understand.
It was Harry and the
I was
Hendersons.
taken aback there for a second. I was like, wait a minute. Harry and the Hendersons. I do remember. I love that movie when it came out. I remember being obsessed with that movie. 1987, you say?
Yes.
I was living in Colorado.
Ooh.
1987. So Unsolved Mysteries was going on. Remember a good old Unsolved Mysteries?
I do remember Unsolved Mysteries.
And it just so happened around that time there were a lot of Sasquatch sightings on Unsolved Mysteries that they talked about. This movie came out. I was a little wigged out living in Colorado with Sasquatch and being very unsure of myself.
Well, let's talk about the movie real quick. And then I got some fun facts about Sasquatches.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay. The Henderson family adopts a friendly Sasquatch, but having a hard time trying to keep this Bigfoot a secret.
Yeah, well, I'd imagine you would want to keep it a secret.
Exactly. So the cast, it has a lot of familiar characters.
Mm-hmm.
John Lithgow was George Henderson. He was from Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Remember that movie, The Santa Claus, from like the 80s? And then Footloose with Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, he was the dad, wasn't he?
He was the preacher.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Had Melinda Dillon, Nancy Henderson. She was the Christmas Story mom.
Yeah.
In Bonanza. She was on Bonanza.
No way.
Yeah, serious. And then there was this kid named Joshua Rudoy. That was Ernie Henderson, and he was on all those Alf TV series episodes.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was interesting. And then there was Margaret Langrick, who was the daughter, was Sarah Henderson, and she was in movies like Lonesome Dove and 21 Jump Street.
Oh, yeah. I remember Lonesome Dove.
Yes.
Yep.
Here was the most fun one. Kevin Peter Hall. He played Harry.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what else he also played?
What else did he do?
He played the Predator. The movie
Dude.
Predator.
From a lovable Sasquatch
to the Predator.
To a murderous alien who's hunting to rip your spine out.
That's right.
That's fun.
He was also in multiple episodes of Star Trek.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought that was very interesting. Another fun fact, there was a TV show, and I vaguely remember this, called Harry and the Hendersons, and it was a sitcom that aired in 1991 to 1993, and there were 72 episodes.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I don't recall that at all.
I don't either. I'm going to have to check on...
Is this in the United States, or was this in Canada?
Maybe it was in Canada, maybe it was aired in Canada, I don't know, but there was a TV series, and so...
Yeah.
Have you guys seen it?
Leave us some information. Tell us about it.
Tell us where we can find it. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about Sasquatches.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought it was very interesting. And so we're going to name this episode Sasquatch Who.
Sasquatch Who. Not Doctor Who, but Sasquatch Who.
For all you out there, what is a Sasquatch? I had to figure out what was a Sasquatch because my only picture is Harry and the Hendersons.
Mm-hmm.
And a definition of a Sasquatch is an abnormally tall and large freckled monster resembling a human with red hair, often seen lurking in the woods or jungles, making strange, deep moaning sounds.
Are you sure that's not a teenager with a porno bag? I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
That could define a lot of things.
That could define a lot of things. A couple of other definitions, and thank you, Urban Dictionary, by the way. This would be a short, fat kid with a lot of freckles. Sasquatch, poor kid. I mean, that's just shaming, and I'm against that. That's Urban Dictionary, okay? I have to read this. And please forgive me, David, you're probably gonna have to do some bleeping here. To on someone. That's a Sasquatch. They gave
Urban Dictionary. Shame on you for sharing that on the internet. Shame on you.
Yes, and it's they give you an example. I don't know who Erica is, but Erica gave me the best Sasquatch last night. David, there's no comment about that. I don't even know how to respond.
I don't know how to respond to that one either.
This is what's on the internet.
Man,
everything on the internet's true, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it's true. What kind? I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Don't comment.
If you do
comment.
But if you do comment, I want to know if you've heard of these things before.
You could just say, "Yep, I've heard of the Sasquatch."
Maybe we're sheltered. Maybe we're sheltered children. That's very interesting. All I know is I don't ever want to meet Erica, and I don't ever want a Sasquatch.
Amen, brother.
Amen. Amen. Okay, so where do we find a Bigfoot? Okay, I found a map. Okay, and there's a major concentration of Sasquatches in the eastern corridor of the United States, David.
Here, yes. I'll hold this.
And you can see that in Oregon, Washington, and California. We got a major influx of these big guys.
Yeah, no kidding.
And they making moaning sounds. And they're out there. They're red and they're hairy, they're freckled. They don't like the Midwest. So if you're here in Kansas and you think you've seen a Sasquatch, you're going to need to go onto this website and you need to tell them because...
You need to report it because right now it's showing zilch.
Nothing.
Zero. And you would think, just look at this, California, Oregon, and Washington. It almost appears as though they're getting in a higher concentration as you're going further north, or as you'd be going into Canada. You got British Columbia over there, then Northwest Territory. However, Alaska's showing up with zero, which you would think of all the places, Alaska would be the place. Maybe it's just too cold.
Could be too. But he's hairy. You would think you'd have enough little warmth, or maybe the competition with the bears.
I don't know, or big, the Yetis,
Yep.
and abominable snowman. There you go.
Yep.
There's the competition.
There's the competition. So, anyways, I thought that was interesting. For you people who are listening to our podcast, you can find the map on YouTube, or just type in Bigfoot sightings in the United States. And you can see this map. It's pretty clever. It
says the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization started tracking reports in 1995. Bigfoot sightings nationwide. Huh.
That was interesting.
Pretty interesting.
There was. So maybe someone really does have a Harry the Henderson going on. Another fun fact is there is a Sasquatch calling contest. Yes, it's a thing inside the world's most premier Sasquatch calling contest. And David, if you guys want to do this, it's in Montana, Whitehall,
Montana. Whitehall. I'm only taking this because I'm also noticing that Montana is mysteriously shows zero sightings. How does that work that they're doing that? Maybe they had to go to Montana because there are no sightings, so that way they didn't call them all in.
Dude, they're drawing them.
That's all I'm going to say.
Drawing them from Oregon.
Trying to.
Dude, I'm telling you. Also, there's a book for all you Sasquatch finding guides out there. Sasquatch Field Guide. Identifying, tracking, and citing North America's great ape. You can find it for $7.50 plus $3.50 for shipping on Amazon.
Great ape. Not to be confused with grape ape.
That's right.
The cartoon.
The cartoon. So anyways, I thought that was interesting information about Sasquatches.
So, having lived in Colorado, always kind of felt like I can't say that I believe. I can't say that I disbelieve. I just have to say that I'm agnostic when it comes to Bigfoot.
They have some sightings in Colorado, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I was totally creeped out when I lived there.
You could be creeped out. There could be a red, freckled, hairy Sasquatch out there.
Moaning. In the woods.
God bless.
Now, no disrespect to anybody who is a true believer. It's okay. We're not.
I'm making fun of you.
I'm sorry if it sounds like we're making fun of you. We're not. We just found the information to be slightly humorous.
That's right. And I saw the movie, Harry and the Hendersons.
I loved Harry and the Hendersons.
And I wanted to know.
Really did.
It did. It was a great movie. And I wanted to know if there were some more things about Sasquatches out there.
I had a coworker who, he is a believer. We would talk about it over lunch. He followed web pages. He was thinking about going on one of the treks where they'll get people together and experts will take them out in the woods looking for Bigfoot. I mean, he was in it. And it was fun because a lot of the videos and things that he would show, we would be sitting there scrutinizing these videos and he'd be telling me all the latest Bigfoot news and gossip. It's like, man, this is kind of cool. It's a window into something that I just knew nothing about.
Well, apparently there's a contest out there, and it's a Sasquatch calling contest. So, yes, it's a thing, and more power to you. And I hope you find one and you make friends with it because it doesn't sound like somebody I want to be hanging out with.
Yeah, all that moaning in the woods. So
that's all I got for today, my friend.
All right. No, I love it. This kept us laughing, so this is a good thing.
It's exactly.
Thank you for watching or listening the Dudes in Kansas show with your hosts Kent and David. You can find us on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes Podcast, Google Play Music Podcast. Like us, subscribe, turn on that bell so you don't miss an episode, and please, when you comment, which you will, please comment and give us some feedback. Tell us what we can do better, leave constructive feedback, and help us grow this channel because we really enjoy doing what we're doing. So,
David, thank you so much, and thank you.
Thank you. Have a great week. See you later, man.